Hello everyone, my name is Devin Adams. I'm a Fortinet certified trainer here in Tempe, Arizona for Dynamic, and this is the last video in the series. And I didn't think I was going to record this today, but you know what? I hate having a goal up there and just not banging it out. So whatever, let's do this. So we are going to do a packet capture via the CLI, and then dump it to a log file, and then convert it using some sort of script or third-party tool. Now, you guys saw in the previous video, it's a whole heck of a lot easier doing this in the GUI with or without a hard drive. There was kind of like a workaround for hard drives that for FortiGates that were running on FortiOS 6.0 or below. Oh, excuse me, guys. Without a hard drive in it. So, but you know what? The whole point of doing number 3 here is because we have certain situations where we might not be able to be privy to the GUI. Specifically, and I won't get into too much details about it, but I did have someone that took my class whose FortiGates have very, very limited bandwidth. They're there for just kind of like an endpoint control for some like SCADA systems, and their bandwidth is extremely throttled. So much so that the GUI is not even renderable. So if they want to do a packet capture there and really take a look at it on the protocol analyzer, which is extremely helpful, especially when you have those proprietary serial binary, industrial control systems. This does have validity, so we're going to go ahead and do it, guys. So we are going to capture traffic using PuTTY and dump that log file into a script and then pop it out. So let's just hop to it. So here we go. Once again, it took me a little bit to set this up just because in GNS3 the Windows 32-bit is the only flavor that's available when you use the VMs. So I had to do a Windows 2012, and then I had to update the bloody thing in the background. So sorry about all the delay. So, but here we go. So for starters, we are going to want to set up our. Actually, you know what? Let me back up a little bit. So there's a couple of different ways to do this, and I will post this link in the description form because someone's already talked about it. And there's this person named Dirk, and Dirk actually created a tool that will convert it for you. Now, Fortinet does have, and if you scroll down a little bit further on in their knowledge base, they do have a Perl script for this. But the reason why I decided not to do that because natively Windows does not support Perl. I'd have to do all the support, files to get Perl to run as a scripting language and so on and so forth. So you know what, Dirk, props out to you, my friend, for writing that. And yeah, so that's the program that we're going to use to do the conversion. All right. So if you go to the link that's in the description, and on GitHub is where he actually talks about this, and he does a great job actually explaining it of how to use this right in his description. And this is exactly how you do a packet capture on the FortiGate. You do a diagnose sniffer packets, the interface that you want to capture, any kind of filter, and this is based off of TCP dump, guys, with Linux. So if you look at the manual page for TCP dump, you're going to see that there's a lot of granularity there. And then either 3 or 6, the only difference is that, oh, excuse me, guys. 6 will add the interface name and then the number of packets, and then if you want local time stamped or if you want absolute time stamped on there using, the universal time convention. So, and then here's an example of him doing a diagnose sniffer packet any interface for ICMP traffic with a veracity of 6, 10 packets, and then the absolute. So yeah, so you know what? We're going to go ahead and do it. If you go to releases, I went ahead and I picked the newest one. It gets this zip file right here, and we'll just go ahead and open it up. All right. There we are. Oh, it's not there. Okay, sure. I must have deleted it. That's okay, no big deal. Download it again. Woohoo. All right. So there it is. And then I'm just going to use 7-zip to extract it. And I'm going to put it right in a folder that I'll use later on with my packet capture. So I'll just call this something like pcap, and then I'll put the sniffer program in there. Now this application will not run in Windows 32, so that's what I was kind of rambling on about beforehand. All right, so we have the tool. All right, we have the veracity here, and I'll just do a, or not veracity, we have the example output here. We'll do some ICMP traffic, and now it's time to set up our PuTTY. So you can do this with PuTTY, you can do this with secure CRT, but here we go. I'm just going to use Telnet. That would not happen in real life, but I do have Telnet turned on the FortiGates in the lab environment. But in the logging, we went ahead and we're going to all session output, and then I'm going to put it in that pcap folder. All right, and I'll just leave it as PuTTY. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, and then I'll just always overwrite it. So if there's something there, I'll just go ahead and write it for the next packet dump. That looks good. And so let's go ahead and open up our terminal, and let's do our packet capture. So let me log in. And like I said, this is really helpful when we have limited bandwidth. So I'll do a diagnose sniffer, and remember, you can hit question mark to look at the next line in any command on the FortiGates. See, next it'll say interface. Here we'll say port 3 because we know the interface. Next should be the filter. See, the filter. And we'll just say ICMP. Okay. And then next should be the veracity. Now the veracity here is pretty important, guys. So 3 and 6 you can use as a PCAP conversion. If you're not using it for PCAP though, it's too verbose. So number 4 is actually like the golden standard if you just want to see traffic coming in and out of the FortiGates for troubleshooting purposes. Okay, so in fact, I will just do that real quickly. I'll do a 4 just to show you guys. Actually, no, because I lied. I'm not going to do that. You want to know why? We're capturing the log file. Stay focused, Evan. I'm just going to do a 3 at this point for the PCAP file. Maybe I'll show that a little bit later on in a different video. But essentially, number 4 is just what you use if you want to see where traffic is coming in and going out, or where it's not. So for troubleshooting purposes. So here we have a sniffer count. We'll collect 25 packets, and then we should have the timestamp, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do a for absolute time, which is really helpful for matching it up with other system events. So it's going. Now it's just waiting for that traffic. So let's go on one of our machines out here. All right, here's that little tiny Linux box. So let's just open it up and ping out to google.com. All right, there we go. And hopefully it's capturing. So let's hop right back into our Windows machine. That's not my Windows machine. There we go. Hey, there we go. Yeah, it's capturing it. And then once it hits 25 packets, it should just stop. And then we should, oh, there it goes. And we should be able just to close out our PuTTY. So let's go ahead and see if it captured it. So let's go here. Let's go to our PCAP folder. And let's open up PuTTY here. And as you can see, the log file did capture. Now, we want this thing in a protocol analyzer. Why? Well, it'll break it down per layer and give us a real, helpful output of what's going on. So I'm just going to jump right to the command line by holding shift. There we go. And we're going to do a FG sniffer to PuTTY log, and it said created the output file. All right, 25 packets. Nice. Dirk, you are the man or woman if you're a woman. Okay, so anyways, and as you guys can see now, we have a Wireshark capture, a PCAP file. Double click, and bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, look at that, guys. We have our packet capture. Pretty cool, huh? So the person that I recorded this for, I hope you find that helpful for your SCADA systems and for your limited bandwidth. And yeah, so but that is how you do it in a CLI kind of dump fashion. As you can see, the GUI is way easier. Okay, but this was not too bad. Now there is different flavors for like the Windows versus the Mac versus the Linux boxes, and that link in the description will take you to that form, and there's examples for each one of those OSs in there. So also thank you for Dirk for starting that on the the Fortinet forums and making the file, and hopefully someone finds that helpful. And that actually sums up our goal for this demo. So next demo I'll do something else. So all right guys, thanks a lot, take care, and until next time.